IED students, here's your tutorial for creating a working drawing for your automata. Either say you have to identify where the holes are on the top of your box, or you need to put a full-scale drawing that you can like glue to cardboard and cut out later to put your automata together. So here we go. First thing you want to do is under Friday, there is a working drawing template. You're going to want to download this working drawing template and place this somewhere in your Google Drive that you can use quite often. Right now I'm just going to put it on the desktop of my laptop. Inside of Inventor, I'm going to go ahead and open it up by just going to File, Open, and then you want to go ahead and find the working drawing template. And it looks like this. Essentially, it's just a piece of paper, and it has a few items that are going to automatically be inserted when we create our pieces here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and place a view. We're going to select Base. And in our Base view, we are going to click on this little folder called Opening Existing File. And then you want to scroll to your automata. Now for me, I want to find the top of my automata right here. And you can see it has the two holes in there. So I'm going to go ahead and select Open. And I'm going to change the orientation so I can see this. And I might even flip it so one of the flat ends is on top. Actually, if I'm looking at the top of my box, this flat end would be here. And this gives me a good indication of where I need to drill my holes. I'm also going to change this to a 1:1 scale. It'll fit on the piece of paper, and I'll hit OK. Next, I'm going to identify where my holes are. So we have actually dimensioned before by hand in this class. Now we're going to dimension by electronic means. So we're going to go up to the Annotate tab, and in the Annotate tab, we're going to go all the way over here to our center mark. So remember, we dimension holes to their centers. So we're going to place 2 center marks by clicking on the holes. And then we're going to grab the dimension tool, and we are going to dimension where each one of these are. So I'm just going to grab this bottom line, go and click the center, and move off. So I know that this hole is 2.5, and then I'm going to click on this, and then either from this edge or this edge or this edge, I need to find a place where I can measure from. And since it's kind of in line with this edge, I might click this edge and go up. So this shows me that from this edge over to the right, this is 1.126, and I'll need a place to measure over here too. So I'll click maybe from this line up. This says it's 1.63, and then I believe this is also 2.5, but I'm just going to double check, and it is. So I don't need to put this dimension in because it's aligned with this hole. Before I move on, these might be rounded values where they are. So I am going to increase my precision. Right now it's only going to the tenths place. So I'm going to go and right click on any dimension. And you can see here I'm out of the dimension tool. So to get out of the dimension tool, you can just hit escape, or you can right click OK, you're out of it. You're going to go to any of these dimensions. You're going to right click, and you're going to go down to Edit Dimension Style. And this is a pretty large option, so it might take a little bit to open. And under units, for the precision, I'm going to change that to 3 decimal places. And then I am going to get rid of the display of trailing zeros. I don't really need to see that. I'm going to save and close. And okay, you can see here that it's actually 1.257 and 1.632. We're probably going to have to estimate those when we mark them and drill them over. Actually, you know, we can use a dial caliper to do that pretty easily, which I can show. And this one's 2.5. So now with this information, I know where the centers of my holes are, and they should be roughly, for you guys, since we weren't really using bushings, they're roughly going to be right around 0.25 or 2.6. And so still go ahead and dimension them. For example, if I dimension mine, you can see that it says 0.5. Yours is going to be a little bit different size hole. So there's your tutorial on creating this. This will be something that you will print out and show Mr. Heimstead, and then we can kind of mark out where the holes are, and then he can drill them. Okay, if you have any more questions, just ask your teacher, but there you go.